No, see, because if I record it, even later you can listen these classes. Okay, it will be validity for 30 days. So anytime you can download and you can listen those classes. If you are missing any classes, you can download and you can listen those classes. Okay, so so basically, why we are learning Java? So why you want to learn Java, Praveen?
Sorry, your voice is not audible.
No, no. Why you are interested to learn in Java? So somebody suggested you, or you are interested to learn Java?
I'm interested in code language. That's why I'm
Okay.
learning.
So have you done any course in this meantime? You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
done your
I did.
graduation 22, right?
Yeah, I did my course in core Java, and manual testing, API testing, and basics of SQL also.
Okay, so already you are comfortable with core Java.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I think Supriya and Chandu I suggested to learn Java, and Harish already it seems he is a working guy. He is working for Trizin. Okay, no problem. So let's start with the introduction. So basically, what is a Java? Anyone can tell what is a Java? Harish. Let's start with what is Java. So you're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Harish, what is Java? Supriya, any idea what is Java?
One of the programming language.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, if we see Java, right? Java is a programming language, right? But why we are going to learn? Because we have many other programming languages, right? Like we have C, C++, and we have Python. But why we are preferring today Java? Because if we see Java, right? Like the first thing I can say, we have more number of the opportunities with Java, right? If you go to any organization, like if you go to any organization which has like 50 employees, 100 employees, 500 employees, thousands of employees, any organization, most of the organization, 99% of the organizations, they'll have the Java projects. So 99% of the organizations having the Java projects means indirectly we have the more opportunities to get a Java, to get a job with the Java technology. Right? So that's the reason we are going to learn the Java. Basically, what is a Java means? Java is a programming language. Okay, and it's a high level programming language, and it's a high level programming language. So, and we can say Java is a programming language, and it's also a platform. Okay, so basically what is a platform? I can say platform is a hardware or any software where we can execute our programs. Okay, I can say Java is a programming language, and it is also a platform. Okay, it acts like a platform. Okay, platform means what we mentioned, like platform is nothing but a hardware, or it's a software where we can run the programs. Where we can run our programs. Okay, it acts like a platform also. Okay, let me discuss about the history of Java. So when the Java came into the picture, when it was initially released into the market. Okay, so the initially the Java programming language was developed by James Gosling. Okay, and he used to work with the Sun Microsystems. if you see the history, who developed Java programming language, because see, we are learning Java programming, right? At least we should know who developed this programming language. Okay, so James Gosling, the person who developed this programming language, and he used to work in Sun Microsystems, and this programming language is a part of Sun Microsystems. It became part of Sun Microsystems. Okay, so which year it was released? Initially it was released in the year, okay, if you see initial version was released in year 1995. Okay, like I can say Java 1.0 is the initial version, they have released it. Clear?
Clear.
Yeah. What is the current version of Java? You may ask, what is the current version of Java?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll ask you that question. Current.
Yeah, the current version of Java is like Java 25. Okay, 1.0 25. There is a lot of releases in between, because see, it's already 20 years, almost 20 years. 20 years back Java came into the market, and now it's still, we have a lot of opportunities, right? Like even after 20 years you can learn, like see, many languages. If you see .NET, right, today, I think when I started my career in 2006 or 7, at the time, there is a boom for the .NET, but if you see now, it drastically reduced. But when you come to the Java programming language, right, still it's up to the trend, and many organizations, there are billions of applications which we are developing in the Java. Okay, so the current version of Java is Java 25, but among these versions, right, there are two major versions. Okay, among this Java 1 to 25, in between we have two major versions. Okay, that is Java, I can say 5 or 1.5, and the other version Java 1.8. Okay, why we are saying the major versions? What is the reason
Yeah,
we are mentioning?
basically, a lot of companies using Java 1.8, right?
Sorry, currently?
Currently, a lot of companies working on Java 1.8.
Yes,
Working.
mostly see, because once the company started using Spring Boot microservices, right?
Yeah.
So by default they'll use Java 1.8 or the higher versions of Java. Okay, by default, if you see the current trend, if you see the current requirements or recruitments, it goes with Java 1.8. It won't go with Java below 1.8. If you say I worked on Java 1.7 or 1.6, nobody will recruit us.
Some companies also working on Java 1.5, right?
See, some companies working means it is the old products. I am also working on Java 1.5. Okay, because
Now,
it's a product developed. No, it's a product developed before 15 years back. Okay, so we need to continue the same product. So we enhanced it to Java 1.7. Okay, from 1.5 to 1.7 we enhanced it.
okay.
Because there is no major changes, but if I migrate to 1.8, I need to migrate the backend servers also. Okay,
Yeah.
but currently we are continuing with 1.7. Okay, see, yeah, still there are projects, because see, the banking projects which might be developed 15 years back.
Yeah.
So see, they don't migrate aggressively to the latest versions, because the lot of business might be running. Say they don't want to impact the business, they will migrate slowly, step by step they may migrate it. Okay, so those we are calling it as an legacy projects. Okay, still which are running in 1.5, 1.6 or 1.7, we can say legacy projects. But what we will do, we'll start with 1.8. The major changes happened in 1.8. Okay, the next versions, just there might be a little upgradations. Okay, there might be minor changes. Okay, if they make one or two changes, they'll make the new version. See, in March this month they released I think 25 version. No, I think 24 they released in this March. In the September they'll release the 25. Like this for every year they'll make the 2 releases. Okay, fine. See, if we learn with Java 1.8, right, then we are comfortable. No need to worry about this 17 or 14. Mostly they might be using Java 14 version or 17 version. Okay, but the features wise, right, whatever we learned in Java 1.8, that's more than enough. No need to worry about this 14. Nobody will ask you what is the enhancements they have done in 14, what is the enhancements done in 16 or 17. But if you are interested, if you want to learn what are the things added, what are the features added in the latest versions, you can go with the documentation. There might be a minimal changes. Okay, like 1 or 2 changes in the code, those you can learn it. Fine.
Yeah, fine.
What is the features of Java? Okay, why we should learn the Java? As we know, as I can say, it's a simple programming language. Okay, it's a human readable programming language. Okay, what is the other feature we have? It's an object oriented programming language, right? It's an object oriented programming language. Next we have, it's a multi-threaded programming language. Next, the most important feature is platform independent. Okay, I will tell you what is platform independent. Okay, see, these 3 things you have to remember. Java is a object oriented programming language. So once we start the programming, right, you will come to know everything we'll discuss in the terms of objects only, class and objects. Okay, that's the reason we are saying Java is a object oriented programming language. Next we are mentioning multi-threaded. Yes, we'll see the concepts of multi-threads. What is multi-threads in Java? Okay, that we'll discuss at last in the core Java concepts. Then we are telling about the platform independent. So what does it mean? Why we are saying Java is a platform independent?
There is no particular platform in Java. That's why platform independent.
Yeah, there is no particular platform. Yeah. Okay, I will expand it. Okay, we know what is a program, what is a language. Basically, language which is nothing but a communication medium for the communication. What is a program? We mentioned Java is a programming language, right? Programming language. So basically, what is a language? As we know, right? What is a language? Because today I'm talking in English. Why I'm talking English? It's a medium for communication. So basically, we'll use some language for a communication purpose. It's a medium for communication. What is programming? What is a program?
A program is a set of instructions to run a different task.
Just we are giving set of instructions to a machine. We can say it is a programming program. It can be any program. It can be any language. It can be Python, C, C++, Java. Just we can say once we are writing a set of instructions, right? Those set of instructions we can for set of instructions for a machine. Those we can call it as an program. Programming language. When we come to programming language, okay, Java is a programming language where we need to follow some set of rules. Okay, here we'll follow some set of rules. I can say syntax. We can say here some set of rules. Programming language, it contains, basically programming language contains some set of rules or syntax. Okay, but who should understand this one? Machine should understand. Whatever the syntax or a set of rules we're writing, it should be understandable by the machine. Okay, we'll see how it is converted, because we'll be writing in a simple plain English, but how the machine understands all these things. Okay, but any programming language, we have C or Python. If you see any programming language, But for every programming language, we'll follow some set of rules or syntaxes. If we don't follow that syntaxes, what will happen?
The code is not generated.
Code, I can say code will not be compiled. We'll see what is compilation, what is execution. Okay, these are all the basic terms we need to understand. Okay, what is programming language, what is program? Okay, we'll be using all these terms frequently. Okay, what is compilation, what is execution? Okay, okay. Next, if you see programming languages, right, we have multiple programming languages. Okay, like I can say low level programming language. Next we have middle level. Next we have high level programming language. So any idea on this one? Like low level programming language, because this programming language we can classify into multiple levels like low level, middle level and high level programming languages. Okay, see low level I can say, right, any program which we write with the helps of ones and zeros. Okay, so see our machine will understand only 1 and 0. See whatever we are typing here internally it converts to ones and zeros, right? Finally it converts into ones and zeros. Any programming language which you are writing with the help of ones and zeros, okay, this we'll call it as an low level programming language. But is it easy to write with the help of ones and zeros? Suppose I want to represent a number 1 in zeros and with zeros and ones, I have to represent 4, 7, 1. Okay, this is how I'll represent the 1. Okay, so if you want to represent any alphabetical characters, so you should remember all these ones and zeros, right? Is it easy to remember all those things? It's not easy. Okay, it's very difficult to write a program in the ones and zeros. Okay, thus we'll call it as low level programming language. Next, what is middle level programming language? Once we come to middle level, right, there is a little enhancement like if you remember any programming languages like COBOL, Pascal, those comes under middle level languages, and they have defined some predefined functions. Okay, like add, sub, like I can say some enhancement or advancement to the low level language which we can understand better, which simplified our programming language. Okay, then once we come to the high level programming language, right, I can say Java is a high level programming language where we can write with the simple English words. Okay, high level language which we are writing, it's a human readable programming language, but these two are not so easy to understand. But this high level programming language, Java is a high level programming language which is a human readable programming language, but machines cannot understand this language, right? If I write something, let me say something like this, print, will the machine will understand this word print? Okay, generally it won't understand. It needs to convert into the once again to the machine level language, machine understandable language. We'll see who will convert all those things in our Java world, who is doing all those things, we'll understand it. Okay, we have a term called compiler. Okay, when we talk about compiler, okay, here I mentioned, right, to write a Java any programming language, we have to follow the set of rules or syntaxes, but all these syntaxes are validated by compiler. Okay, if we write any program, a simple program to write to do the addition, let me take a equal to 10, b equal to 20, a plus b. Assume this is a simple program which we have written for addition, but this is not understandable by the machine. Somebody has to convert it to the machine understandable program, but who is going to do all these things? We have a compiler and we have a interpreter. Okay, just remember these two words, we have a compiler and interpreter. Okay. Still here, clear? Okay. Next, one step we
Yes.
mentioned, right? Here we mentioned platform independent. Java is a platform independent. So how can I say Java is a platform independent? Let me take a simple example. Suppose I think you might learn C programming language, right? So once you write any C programming, okay, let's say print.c, just you have written simple programming language, okay, but I don't remember all those syntaxes. Something you'll be writing, right? Studio something include, you'll be writing a program, right? Just to print, assume like we are writing a program, simple program which takes the input and prints. Let it take Naveen and it prints hello Naveen. So first what we'll do, we'll write all our syntaxes. Assume it consists of 10 lines of code, right? What is the next step? What is the next step? See, we are writing in English words, right? And somebody has to validate the syntax. Who will validate the syntax? Who will validate the syntax?
Compiler.
Compiler. Always we have a compiler. In C programming language, we have a C compiler, right?
Yeah.
Once we compile the program, it converts the program into
Repeat.
.exe file, executable file. Okay. So what is executable file consist of? Executable consist of finally ones and zeros. Okay. Now I can say C program is a platform dependent. C programming language is a
Platform dependent.
platform dependent. Why it is platform dependent? And I am writing this programming in which machine? Windows machine. Okay. We have other machines also, right? Linux, we have Mac, we have different operating systems. We have Windows operating system, Linux operating system, and Mac operating system we have, right? Today I am writing the C programming in my machine. Assume like I am writing the C program, print.c I have written, which takes the input and prints hello Naveen. Just I compiled it. I am able to execute in my machine. Now the same file I am sharing it to Praveen. Okay, but Praveen has Linux machine. He don't have the Windows machine. Okay, will this program will execute? It won't execute in Linux operating system. That's the reason we are saying it's
There
a
are some.
platform. That's the reason we are saying it's a platform dependent. So to execute this program in your Linux machine, what you have to do? Once again, you have to recompile this code. You have to take the print.c file. You have to recompile it. You have to convert it to print.exe file. Then you have to execute in your Linux machine. The same thing we'll do for the Mac operating system. If I want to execute in a Mac laptop or Apple laptop, so I need to recompile it and I have to execute the program. That's the reason we are mentioning C programming is a platform dependent. Any language, if we say it's a platform dependent, what is the reason? This is the reason. Okay, we have to recompile it and you have to execute it. Okay, now what we mentioned, see, one of the reason why Java is more popular, because it's a platform independent. Java is a platform independent. Now you can understand why we are saying Java is a platform independent. So any program which I have written in the Java programming language, see, any program which you are written in C program, what is the extension you are following? .c, right? You might remember you have written your programs in your graduation. C programs you have written, right? So while storing any of the files, you will be storing as a .c file. In the same way, in Java programming language, any file, any program will be storing with the .java extension. Okay. Here I will create a class called print and I will save it as a Java file. Clear? Still here? Okay. What is our next step? Any programming language, once I write my program, I have to validate it, whether I have written the correct syntax or not. Right? Who will do that job? Chandu, who will do that job? Who will validate the syntax? Compiler. Okay. So as we have in C programming language, C compiler, in the same way in Java programming language, we have Java compiler. Okay. We have a Java compiler. What Java compiler will do? Will validate all the syntaxes of your Java programming language. Okay. Once it is validated, if it sees no issues in your Java programming language, then it converts into Java dot print dot. Okay, it converts it to Java to print dot class file, which consists of bytecode. Okay, which consists of bytecode. We'll call it as an bytecode. Now, what I will do to execute my Java program? Okay, to execute my Java program in Java, I required a JVM. I required JVM. I will install JVM in my machine. In your mobiles also you might have JVM. Okay, any applications which developed in Java, if it needs to run, we need a JVM. JVM stands for
Java Virtual Machine.
Java Virtual Machine. Okay, Java Virtual Machine. So now what I will do, I will install JVM in my Windows machine. Okay, I have JVM for my Linux machine. I have JVM for Mac operating system. I have different JVMs which are developed for different platforms. Now I can share this print.class class to Praveen. He can execute in any of the platforms. I don't need to share like C. I don't need to share the print.java. He don't no need to recompile it to print.class. Just I will share the print.class and he can execute in any of the platforms. Okay, that's the reason we are mentioning it as an platform independent. Okay, so JVM internally it has the interpreter which converts it to a machine understandable language. I will show you once we start writing Java programs. You open this class and see the files which we cannot understand the code, which is a byte code which we cannot understand. But internally it needs to convert it to the native code, right? Windows operating system native code it needs to convert. Native code is nothing but a machine understandable code, which is nothing but zeros and ones. So inside JVM we have interpreter which converts it to bytecode into native code and it executes in the Windows operating system. In the same way we have JVM for Linux machine. Inside that we have interpreter which converts it to the Linux operating system understandable code. That's the reason we are calling Java is a platform independent. This is one of the major feature of the Java. Okay. Still here, any doubts? Chandu, Supriya, Harish?
I have one doubt. Like both when we write in Java and C, both are giving dot. I mean bytecode only.
When
which
we
is
are
understandable by. Then
Correct.
what is the difference? Why it is dependent and independent?
Platform independent. Sorry, I made it here independent. It's not dependent. See, I am writing code in my machine. Okay. Harish.
Like I'm just asking, like both are giving dot. I mean bytecode only.
No, both are not giving bytecode. It directly converts dots into ex file which has ones and zeros.
Okay.
Here we don't have bytecode. Have you seen anywhere here bytecode?
I mean bytecode also having zeros and ones, right?
Bytecode you don't have zeros and ones. Can you open dot class file and can you check it? it will be some random words which we cannot understand. It's not complete ones and zeros.
Got it.
Just try to open one .class file and check it. What is the code exist? That code we are calling it as a bytecode. We are calling native code or machine understandable code. Okay, which is nothing but a ones and zeros, which is a machine understandable language.
Got it.
Okay. Here clear. Okay. Now before closing the class, we'll understand few terms like few words which we'll be using in a programming language. It can be any programming language. Okay. So one I can say source code. Okay. So once I join a project, suppose I have joined for XYZ company. So first thing what I'll do, I will add the source code to my laptop, right? Once I get the laptop, what I need to do, whatever the project is developed, okay, whatever the code we have written in the project, we'll call it as a source code. So first I will ask somebody, to my colleagues, where is the source code, from where I can get the source code. Okay. So in your project, assume like you have project 1. I have written the classes a.java, b.java. Assume this is the 3 classes I have written in my project. So once I join, I can ask to my colleague, so from where can I get the source code? Because I need to start writing the code, right? So where can I get the source code, and I can start my implementation. Okay. So that's whatever the code which exists in our mission, we are calling it as an source code. Next. What is native code? Native, or we can say binary, or we can say machine code. Already we discussed what is machine understandable code, what is native code. Ones and zeros, right? Native code. Ones and zeros, which is nothing but low level language. Nothing but low level language. Clear? Next. So mostly see, we'll discuss when we are working with real-time projects, right? We don't got low level. We don't discuss what is machine code, binary code, just for our understanding purpose. Mostly we'll talk about the source code. Where is source code? Okay. Next, what is bytecode? What is bytecode? So if we are writing any Java programs with the .java extension, right? Java compiler converts it to bytecode. Java code to bytecode. Who is converting this one? Who is doing this one? Java compiler. Java compiler is converting your Java code to a bytecode. Okay, but who can understand this bytecode?
Mission.
Not mission. Your JVM will understand this bytecode. Okay. JVM will, because your bytecode gets executed in your JVM. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, you will install JVM for Windows operating system. You have different JVM for Linux operating system. You have different JVM for Mac operating system. So once you convert this to bytecode, you can execute in any of the operating systems. That's why we are calling it as an platform independent. But who will understand this bytecode? JVM will understand this bytecode. Okay, but you mentioned machine will understand, but to understand the machine inside JVM, we have interpreter. Okay, which it converts to machine understandable language. Converts to machine understandable language.
So here, like dot class is independent, right?
Dot class is independent.
Yeah.
Once we get dot class, I can execute this dot class anywhere.
That's why Java is independent.
Yeah, that's why Java is independent. But if you see here in C, just I convert it to .c to .exe, we cannot execute in multiple operating systems. Wherever you compile in the same operating system, you can execute that program. Okay, clear? Next, already we have seen why Java is a platform independent. Okay, next, see, by this understanding, just I mentioned here, directly it is converting .c to .exe and we are executing the mission. But if you see Java programming language, right? First you are converting .java to .class file. Then .class file, which consists of bytecode, it converts it to mission understandable code. Right here we have 3 steps. We assume like here we have 3 steps. Here we have 2 steps. So which is faster? Which, if suppose I have written a program in C and Java, which one is the faster one?
Obviously, C.
Yeah, obviously C. C programs are faster when compared to Java. Because the steps are reduced, right? Here we have 3 steps, there we have 2 steps. Directly it is converting it to mission understandable language. What is Java compiler? What is Java compiler? Okay. Java compiler is a tool I can say in Java which we use to convert it to .java files to .class files, and the name of the tool they mention it as in Java C. I will show you where this exists. Okay, once we install Java in our machine, I will show you. Okay, see, basically this Java C also is developed in C only. They have developed in C programming language. But no need to worry in which language they have developed it. But what is the purpose of Java compiler? We should know what is the purpose of Java compiler. Next, what else we have? Okay, next we have interpreter. Already we discussed, right? Java interpreter. Java interpreter is responsible for converting the bytecode to native code.
Yeah.
Right. Already we discussed, right? What is the interpreter? How it's getting the execute. Okay. Next we'll see what is JDK. Next we have JDK, JRE, and JVM. Okay, because we are learning Java, right? We should know all these terms. What is JDK?
Java
development kit.
Okay, Java development kit. So what is the use of Java development kit?
It contains all the JRE, JVM, and the compiler.
Okay, it contains JRE, JVM, but what is the purpose of this one? Okay, I'll tell you. JRE stands for
Java runtime environment.
Java runtime environment. What is JVM?
Java virtual machine.
Java virtual machine. So basically JDK, we are mentioning Java development kit, right? Suppose if I want to write any program in Java, okay, I need the JDK. Without JDK, I cannot write the program because Java development kit consists of all the tools required for writing the Java program and for compilation of Java program, everything exists in the JDK. We have a tools to write the code. That's the reason we are mentioning it as a Java development kit. Java runtime environment. Okay. Suppose in my machine I have JDK. I have written the Java program. Okay. Then I have compiled it with my JDK toolkit, which is nothing but Java compiler, which compiles my Java program. Then I can share it to you, the .class file. You don't need the JDK, just you require the JRE. Okay. To run those program, you require a runtime environment, which we are calling it as an Java runtime environment. Okay. We are calling Java virtual machine. See, basically you try to Google what is a virtual. Will it physically exist or not exist?
Not exist.
Not exist, right? Virtual means basically we'll say virtual meeting means we
We
don't
cannot-
be physically, yeah, we don't exist physically, just we'll do the virtual meetings. Okay, basically Java virtual machine is nothing but it's like a standard rules they have defined how to implement this Java runtime environment. Okay, this is nothing but a set of rules or a template
It contains
defined.
libraries, Java libraries also.
Java libraries, everything exists in JRE, which are used to run your program.
Yes.
Okay, so we are calling Java virtual machine. Sometimes we are referring we require JVM to execute a program, but physically it does not exist, which is nothing but your Java runtime environment. Okay, just JVM defines the standards how the JRE needs to be executed. Okay, don't worry, but still just you assume like okay, JVM or JRE we require to execute our Java programs. Okay, still here fine. Any doubts? Supriya, do you have any doubt?
No.
Okay, so are you able to grasp, right? So no issues, right?
Can you write one program and show me the .class file we create?
No, we'll do it. Praveen. Tomorrow we'll do it. Okay. So before that, I need to show. Let me download it and let me show how to set up the Java. Okay. Just you try to, if you have a laptop, just try to download the Java 8. Okay. Try to install it. Let me do one thing. Okay. Let me start with. Okay, I'll install 7 also. There is some differences which we need to understand. Okay, but first we'll start with download Java 8 for Windows. You have to go to Oracle site. Okay, see earlier it is a Sun Microsystems. Later it was acquired by the Oracle. So Java is managed by the Oracle. Okay, here you should be able to download your JDK. If you see here, see for different platforms you have different JDKs. Sorry, JRE. If you want JRE, you should download the corresponding JRE where we need to execute our programs. Okay, for Linux, Windows. I think you have to register with this website. Okay, you try to do one thing. Just you try to register it and download the JDK in your machine. Keep it. Tomorrow we'll execute it. Okay. Tomorrow I'll read the programs, Praveen. Let me start from tomorrow. Okay.
Which version we need to download?
Yeah, let's download Java 8. Okay, here see once we download and we have few things to set up like how to set the variables, environment variables. Yeah, how to set the path to Java. Let's once it is done, then we'll go for the Java programs. Windows 64. Let me download it. It may ask for login. See, it's
You don't
asking
need
for,
to
so
log.
we have to register with Oracle. I don't know whether I remember password or not. You entered incorrect using password. Okay, no problem. I'll download it and I'll keep it ready. Tomorrow we'll install and we'll start the program, basic program. Okay.
You can write in source code also, right?
Hmm. Sorry.
In Java, only Java runtime environment in code Java.
No, we are downloading JDK right now. If we want to write the
But
programs, we
JDK,
need JDK.
in other platforms, it's not downloaded. One source code platform.
JDK we have, right?
I mean VS Code.
Sorry, I didn't get it, Praveen.
He's asking about VS Code.
VS Code, no, to write the Java program you're asking.
Yeah.
No, I'll use the Eclipse only. If you want, you can use the VS Code. Editor you are talking, right?
Yeah.
No, we
editor
can
I,
write
Java
program in Visual Code also. He's asking Visual Code. Praveen. Praveen?